retard. Well, and get out of the country. We all were passionate when one man died in America. One, no justice. Nobody will speak for him. Not his church, not his pastor. Nobody's going to speak for him because he's poor. Okay, I accept all your oppression. I accept all your stuff that you do to me from all your organizations. I accept everything, but let me live in peace. But there's a generation that failed us, and because of their failure, we protest. Because of the failure of that generation. So we're not going to allow the British government to keep silence. Let the British government know that we're not just good for slavery. These retards. Obama is not talking. He can't talk. He's a retard. He's a retard. Infested building in that place should be. Anyway, let me not say it should be burnt down, but it should be. It's Awusas there. Awusas in London. Nigerian embassy in London is filled with Awusas. They're part of the problem. They didn't stand up in their generation. They told us to be praying, guys. We were praying. They're still praying in Nigeria. I'm tired of everything Christianity. I'm just tired. I'm tired. That's what my dad taught me all the way. We saw police take bribes. They said God will solve it. God didn't do jack. Oh. And when nobody calling me, telling me about how God would do anything, I don't want to hear it no more. I heard it as a child. I grew up in my dad's house, and God did not do nothing. And I've had celebrities, I've said it, that have reached out. AJ has reached out, talking, and asked for me to call and all that. But look, it's the movement of the people. Like, yeah, anyway, I love you all.
Welcome to the Exposer. So you just heard from the mouth of a so-called pastor using disturbing words, profanity, horrific words. And this is how he was speaking to his members. There is no scenario or situation that should allow a so-called man of God to be speaking in that manner. This is his true character. This is the real Tobi that he hides from the world. And you also heard him mention God. He said God did not do jack when it came to problems and situation. And this is supposed to be a person that brings people closer to God through his teachings, through using the Bible. But Tobi uses his own words to always talk bad about the religion. This is the same man who we've seen mention he does not know who Jesus is. So are we surprised?
Welcome back to the Exposer.
The first time I've come across, I don't know if you know this channel or whatever, but you do. Bruv, it's the first time I've come across it.
Shout out to the Exposer.
Shout out to the Exposer with your high pitch modifications. Can I even call him PT again? Is
PT
the SPAC Nation?
I don't know God. I know PT.
yeah, I remember that chick. I saw that. Is the SPAC Nation leader?
Oh my days!
A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Go on, Ben.
Bruv, don't know what to say.
Bruv, I was kind of speechless myself, you know. I said to you, like, what happens in darkness comes out in the light, bro.
You know when you're just shocked, like,
bruv,
for all that PT's done, all the videos that's like been done on him, that is still shocking. Like, the brazenness.
He didn't think anyone was screen recording him.
Bruv, no, but that don't matter though. Even like, he's saying that to people.
Yeah.
He's saying that to someone.
Yeah.
So someone knows that he's like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his inner circle, bruv.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's his inner circle. Transparency, I think it's last night I saw this and I shared it with Says. And I was like, he thinks he's a roadman. He's appealing to these road ministers. So he thinks he needs to approach them in this manner.
But the problem with that, like, one of the problems with what he was saying there is, okay, so if he's saying God didn't do anything, who is supposed to do something?
He just said it's a movement of the people.
But who's leading those people? Him. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like you're taking God out of the equation So who are you putting in the equation?
There's another clip I watched from the Exposer. It's secondary to this, but that clip, he's just all about paper, bruv. So whatever he needs to do, it appeared to me from the culmination of these videos that he's mobilizing for the sake of money, bruv. So,
Do you know, it's weird. I've come across a lot of people who, because when he's speaking there, I'm not getting that he's talking like that because he's talking to people who speak like that. I'm getting like he's frustrated, and like rather than composing himself, we watched, obviously, like we reacted to who are the masculine men who are some of the masculine men that you know. Yeah. And it's like one of the characteristics is composure.
yeah.
Under any circumstance.
Come on.
Like being able to keep your cool and not lose your head no matter where you find yourself.
That's real.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like and also, so we've got to remember these people are supposed to be leaders.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, can you imagine going to a church and being led by someone like that?
Bruv, so many youth were. Bruv, this is the thing. We spoke about in the previous video, actors and the danger of actors and being in their environment and not knowing when they're on and when they're off. And a wolf in sheep's clothing has the capability to operate as a sheep. Do you know what I'm saying? So he don't talk like that when he's on the pulpit, does he?
No,
This reminds me of, remember it was a few years ago, Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
his son, yeah.
And his son was recording him
Same.
on the slizzle,
Yeah.
like, and he's obviously lacing profanity-laced statements and stuff like that. And it's like, for some people, it's a shock, innit? Like, oh, I didn't know you speak like that, Kirk. And it's like, his whole thing was like, yeah, you know what, he's in the heat of the moment, which is true. It's like some people in the heat of the moment, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you caught me screaming and shouting, you ain't gonna hear me
using profanity.
Yeah. So,
Bro, and I think, you know what, this is often the problem that I find in Christianity, is that there's not enough, I feel like there's not enough, like, pushing forth, like, listen, you're doing this for you. Ultimately, like, don't worry, you could be in a congregation and there's 1,000, 2,000, 20,000 people, but you are not here for anybody but your salvation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you behave that way, don't be angry that you got found out. Be angry that you behaved that way. Be angry that you allowed yourself to get to that point. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't think about. Because of course he's going to apologize. Oh, it was in the heat of the moment. It was in the heat of the moment. But listen, like, you allowed yourself to get to that point.
Yeah.
You confessing out of your mouth. And listen, look, nobody's perfect. We all have issues. Yeah, we all have issues. I'm not saying I don't have issues.
Yeah.
But it's a problem when things like that happen and your concern is that people saw you doing it.
Yeah.
Not that you actually did it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a problem. That's a massive problem. It's like most of these people, it's almost like they're only upset that, like someone filmed them.
Yeah, because they got caught, bro.
Yeah.
This is the point.
They got caught.
This is the point. And
Because they want to continue to be that person.
and that's just, bro. Yeah, it's
obviously that video was from a few years ago, innit?
Yeah, I guess so. He looks different. He looks younger.
Obviously
He looks
he's
younger.
bigger.
it's a bit more weighty.
Yeah,
It's a bit more
yeah,
weighty.
bigger
weighty
now,
on that.
and obviously he was talking about Obama. So I assume it was
George Floyd. I think that was George Floyd.
One of those cases where
After or sometime after. I think
black
that's what
guy
he's talking
died or
about.
something, and it's like, obviously, like, those situations are emotional, innit? Especially if maybe, I don't know how much he's driving into like his congregation and his messaging about like injustice and all those kind of things. But
Man said God did nothing though.
Yeah, he said a lot of things there that I think are out of pocket, man.
that was blasphemous, fam.
Bruv, he said a lot of stuff that's out of pocket in that video, man. I think you mentioned the Kirk Franklin vid. When I was watching commentary on that way back, someone was like, Kirk was not cussing like someone who don't cuss, who's new to cussing.
Yeah.
Kirk was cussing.
That's his regular language.
Like, bruv, that's his, you know what I mean? That's his game, bruv.
Yeah.
So this, like, it did look a little bit odd the way this guy was, I don't know, as I'm watching him, but that just may be the way he does it, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
It seemed, that's the thing though. It's funny you say that because it sounded to me more so like,
Forced.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
was trying to
I see it. I see that.
overemphasize.
Yeah.
But
Bro, the amount of F-bombs.
Yeah.
There was more F-bombs in that clip than all the other sentences put together, bro. Like, it's like, there was just F after F after F
Yeah.
after F after
He
F.
was trying to press it. That's what I'm
it's like
saying.
he dropped it the first time, then the second time, then it was like, oh, man's proper,
Yeah.
like doing the gestures with it to like overemphasize.
Yeah.
I'm serious, but no, that's a lot, man.
It's crazy.